Every day when I wake up, I make sure to get my thanks. Yes, I haven't given up. Oh no, I'm still trying to find my place.
Hello, how we doing? Hopefully you guys are all well. So I felt like doing a rebuild today, but a little different. As you see, I'm not in Madden 22. I am in Madden 21. Now the reason for this is it's a retro rebuild. I was gonna do a flashback series, but then the pilots all just got botched incredibly hard. So I'm like, you know what? I haven't done a whole ass rebuild in a while. So we are gonna try, keyword, try. Let's make sure that's undid. Make sure tutorial pop-ups are off, so nobody wants to see that. Everything else is good. We're gonna try and recreate the Patriot Dynasty in this first flashback rebuild. How it's gonna work? We are starting in the 2002-2003 NFL season, because this would be the first season that the Houston Texans were in existence. I found a roster for it. All right, here we are, the Patriots roster looking like Tom Brady, freshly coming off of their first ever Patriot Super Bowl against the Rams. Antoine Smith, Kevin Falk, J.R. Redmond, Pat Pass. Kevin Falk would end up becoming a key Patriot, and Mark Edwards at fullback. We got Troy Brown, David Patton, Deion Branch, Fred Coleman, Donald Hayes, and David Givens. Cam Cleland and Christian Fourier and Daniel Graham are tight ends. Matt Light, Mike Compton, Damian Woody. I remember him being on the Lions, oddly enough. Adrian Clem. I think he spent time with Green Bay, maybe? It was Green Bay or the Bears, I don't remember. Kenyatta Jones for the O-line. Willie McGinnis getting older. Richard Seymour at the start of his career. Steve Martin at D-tackle. Vrabel, as we know, is the coach of the Titans now. Teddy Bruschi. Roman Pfeiffer at the other linebacker. Then we got Ty Law, Antoine Harris. A lot of good players. This man is named Tabucky. I love it. And Lawyer Malloy at the strong safety with Adam Vinatieri as our kicker. Ken Walters the punter. Now keep in mind, everyone's got their 2020-2021 draft pick set up. But this is going to be entirely simmed, so I'm going to get to the point where I can add the draft class, and I'll see you shortly. Alright, so here we have the 2003 draft class. Big names of note on here. Carson Palmer, Andre Johnson are like the big ones. T. Sizzle's in here. Troy Polamalu's in here. We get Dallas Clark, legend for the Colts. Larry Johnson was good for the Chiefs for a while. Namdi, before he went to the Raiders. Peanut Tillman's in here. And if we go look at the quarterbacks specifically, only a guy by the name of Tony Romo chilling in here. But yeah, that is the picks we're working with. I'll see you at the midway point, friends. Not the greatest of starts. We're here at week 8. We're 2-4 coming out of the loss against the Niners there. We're just barely breathing over the the Dolphins for being the bottom dwellers. The Niners and the Raiders are still undefeated. As it would stand, we would have a pretty high pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As it stands right now, we'd have the 11th overall pick, which isn't bad. But Timmy, what are you doing? Middle of the road, bro? Come on. Well, we have some contracts we got to worry about. Damian Woody. You best believe we're going to re-sign you. Superstar center. At only 24. Give me until you're 28. Willie, we might let him go. Well, I might also re-sign him because, you know, he's kind of a Patriot legend. But hey, stuff like that happens. Alright, I will see you guys at the end of the year. Ooh, we have a dev trait possibility for Deion Branch. Will he get it? You know what? Let's kick it live here. He needs 3 tutties or 150 yards. Let's hit that one live. I will know if he got it. And we got another depth trait. We have the breakout for Tom Brady. But Deion Branch did not get his goal. But we have a breakout for Tom. $350, 4 total tutties, no picks, and the win against the Ravens. I'm going to spend these scouting points, and we'll do that one live as well. Alright, did the scouting. And I tend to auto-upgrade our people after a win. So, there's that. Will Tom Brady get his X Factor? We didn't have 4+ touchdowns. Oof, that's tough. Alright, we did not make the playoffs. We ended up going 8-8 though, which isn't bad. We needed to win the last 2 to remotely have a shot. But still, starting 2-4 and going 500 to finish the season, not bad. Let's look at the playoff bracket. Both teams that were in the Super Bowl this year are in the playoffs, because this season it was the Raiders and the Buccaneers who ended up going to the Super Bowl. What you don't see behind me at the 4 seed is Green Bay, at the 5 seed is the Giants, but well, let's take a look at our year-end stats here. Tom Brady, 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions on the year. Kevin Falk, 727 yards, 3 tutties. We had a pretty spread out running attack. Not the greatest, but Troy Brown, 1,073 and 10. Cam Cleveland, 890 and 7. David Patton, 759 and 5. Just short of 703 for Deion Branch. Damian Woody only allowed 1 sack all year. Nice. And Teddy Bruschi led the team in tackles with 116. Antoine Harris with 105. Bobby Hamilton has the most TFLs with 12. Richard Seymour, 7.5 sacks. Vrabel with 6. McGinnis with 5.5. Bruschi with 5.5. Ty Law had 5 picks. Let's go. Lawyer Malloy had 3. Oh yeah, punt and kick return. No kick return tutties. and seemingly no punt return tutties. We were the 18th offense in the league and 27 on defense. Oof. Yearly awards, Rich Gannon wins MVP. Tom Brady came in at number 8 on the list. Coach of the year went to whoever was the Niners coach at the time. Rich Gannon, offensive player of the year. Tom Brady at number 6 on that list. Defensive player went to John Henderson. Teddy Bruschi at number 9. Offensive rookie of the year went to David Carr. Though Clinton Portis, I feel, should have won it. John Henderson was defensive rookie of the year. Best QB, Rich Gannon. LT, Rod Smith, Lincoln Kennedy, Ron Henderson, Romo Cop, Bill Romanowski's still around. No Patriots on this list. Ty Law was second in best DBs, and Vinatieri was second in kickers, which is fine. Like, let's see if you'll excuse me. Sorry about that, my mom called. Anyway, let's get our last bit of upgrades in. I have some bums, apparently. Oh, Damian Woody getting another point. That's good. Let's just keep maxing them out. We did get him re-signed, as y'all saw. But now we're about to hop, skip over. I have coach firing off for the sake of this, so pretend Griffin Murphy's Bill Belichick. I'll see you. Let's see if we have any Pro Bowlers. We've arrived at the first instance of history repeating itself. The Raiders and the Buccaneers are in the Super Bowl as the Bengals and the Bills to get there, and where the Buccaneers had to run the gauntlet, defeating Detroit, the Eagles, and the 49ers to make it to the Super Bowl. But we're here for Patriot Pro Bowlers. Tom Brady not making the Pro Bowl. Okay. Troy Brown making a Pro Bowl. Nice. Damian Woody making a Pro Bowl. Let's go. Ooh. Richard Seymour getting snubbed. Ooh. Yep. Ty Law making a Pro Bowl. Ooh. Lawyer Malloy had a pretty decent season. But yeah, Ty Law, Damian Woody making a Pro Bowl for your Patriots. Well, let us see who ends up winning the Super Bowl. Or at least get Super Bowl, because we need to see if we had any depth trade increases over the season. Deion Branch, still a star. Still a star. Cleveland and Graham are now stars as well. Tom Brady still on that superstar dev. Ty Law, obviously an X Factor. Seymour, a superstar. Vrabel's a star. Pfeiffer. Lawyer Malloy. Don't mind the two bum quarterbacks. They're just there for a roster filler. But I'm going to use these scouting points quick. I will show you my board as I have it right now. Obviously, we're not looking at any quarterbacks, McGahee or Larry Johnson. We're kind of looking there. Receivers, I have a couple. Anquan Bolden and Andre Johnson highlighted here. Clark and Witten are the one I'm looking at. Tight ends. Always looking for linemen. We got Calvin Pace, O.C. Human Yora. Kevin Williams is on our scouting board. T. Sizzle. E.J. Henderson. Because we have the 17th pick. So we got to get lucky. Corners I'm looking at. Hope maybe if Asante Samuel, if Nnamdi is still there in the first round, I want to go there. I get Asante Samuel later on, or if Troy Polamalu is there at number 17, then I'm jumping there. But let's dump these points right now into middle linebackers, because you never know. I'm just dumping points at this point. Alright. But yeah, let's see who wins the Super Bowl. And I'll double check again after the Super Bowl too, just to see if there was dev trait increases. Okay, we're still looking good. Yep. Oh, Brewski regressed so hard. My God. That is terrible. Yeah, linebackers are in need. So, any big retirements? Mike Jones, Romo Kopp, and Jerry Rice end up retiring, as does Rod Woodson. Another big name. Ed McCaffrey retired. Bruce Smith retired. Wes Williams. Roman Pfeiffer retired. Chris Carter, I forgot he spent a year with Miami. See, I remember Chris Carter more with who was that? Minnesota. Anyway, I'm not gonna re-sign anybody as far as right now goes. Although I might, nah, I think I'll let him walk. And then the Raiders actually change history in this case and win the Super Bowl over the Buccaneers. Philip Buchanan winning the Super Bowl MVP. And overall, Defensive Player of the Year was Brian Urlacher. Offensive Player of the Year was Kerry Collins. Rookie of the Year went to Joey Harrington and Julius Peppers for Defensive Rookie overall. Alright. Well, now let's head into free agency. Let's see what we have to work with, because we got money. I ain't worried about that. I don't want to go too crazy in free agency, if that makes sense, though. I mean, in real life, Rodney Harrison did come over from the Chargers to the Patriots, so... let's see. Aaron Glenn is the best available, but we'd only have him as a one-year rental. I do want to upgrade my backup quarterback, though. I don't think I need to. I might just draft one. Anything is an upgrade over what we have. It's looking like... Nope. Fucking hold A to reorder. Hold on. The hold A to reorder bug is still here. I forget about that. I'm assuming Keyshawn Johnson? No, Kevin Johnson. Okay. Brandon Stokely. Okay. Acrobat. Yeah, no real upgrade spots, if we're being honest here. Nick Lucci ended up getting moved to fullback in Green Bay, by the way. There's a slight upgrade there. It's a couple years. Oh, I think we're going to end up looking towards the draft, if we're being honest. Yeah, Willie McGinnis is the best left end. You know what? I'll throw a deal at Willie. You'll bring him back. When Ooh, he's Anthony McFarland. I could throw some points at him. We're 6th on his list. We'll go to 8 and 775. 98 points, so it makes us number 1. All right, cool. Okay. All right, we don't need to upgrade there. We still got a couple years of Vrabel left. But, oh, geez, Teddy Bruschi regressed so hard. Yeah, linebacker is where we need to draft heavily. Jason Sehorn. Could bring him back. Bring him into the fold. Draft him. I think we're good. Outside of the Willie McGinnis. Yeah, outside of Willie McGinnis and that 1D tackle. We got McFarland. Alright, cool. But now who put in a bid on Willie McGinnis? Oh, he's still debating. But yeah. That's pretty much going to do it for us for free agency. I'll see you just at the draft, friends. I'm at least going to bring you my first round pick. We are picking Nnamdi Asomugha at number 17 in the first round. I'll see you at draft recap. Alright, here we are in the draft recap. As you saw, we picked Nnamdi Asomugha with our first round pick at 17. Then we went and grabbed Osi Umenyiora at 17th in the second. He's going to be an outside linebacker in our scheme, which he's a 72 overall. And then we also grabbed an actual Patriots pick, Asante Samuel, in the third round, 75 hidden dev. And this absolute stud of a legend was still there in the fourth. I had to get him. Antonio Gates, 68 hidden dev. We also grabbed, he's Israel Ladonje, he's a normal dev. We also grabbed Fred Jackson, 65 hidden dev. And then we have not even. Get out of here, you bum. But let's set our lineups here. We are going to be starting Fred Jackson. We do have Daniel Graham, yes. But I'm going to be starting Antonio Gates. I'm going to put Graham on trade block once we move forward here. Defensively, I'm going to make Asante Samuel the slot corner, I'm thinking. Yep, left outside linebacker is the scheme fit there. We still have a lot of holes we got to fill. But, you know, it's starting to work out here. But yes, as far as our specialists go, yep, Asante Samuel's the slot corner. Ideally, I'd like to get Umenyiora on field a little more. Honestly, Fred Jackson's going to be our every down back. At least that's how I want to go with it. But all that said, we're going to get into year 2 and show off the next draft class. Alright, we got these trade offers for Daniel Graham, and the one I think I'm going to go with is the 3rd and 6th here from Detroit. Ship them up out the conference at least. All right, here we have the 2004. Excuse me. Fuck. The 2004 draft class, as you know, was highlighted by one Eli Manning, who famously refused to play for the Chargers. Ends up getting traded for Phillip Rivers, who was drafted by the Giants. Well, we're not going to be looking into them. Larry Fitz, who Sean Taylor is in this draft class, who I definitely want. Big Ben, obviously he went to the Steelers and is still with the Steelers. Vince Wilfork, who did end up going to the Patriots. Other notable names in here. Any notable names that didn't get drafted for the quarterbacks? No. Steven Jackson was here. Michael Turner. That is quite the name that I can't pronounce. Willie Parker was here. Roy Williams, Reggie Lee Evans. He ended up going to, I think, Buffalo. Devery Henderson, famous for the Saints. Bernard Berrien played ball for the Bears, and I also remember him playing for the Vikings. Any other big name receivers? Really in the undrafted section. Wes Welker, famously in this draft class as well. Obviously, got to give him a scout. I mean, tight ends were good now. Ben Watson ended up coming to New England. And gallery. Quick snapshot of the linemen available. D-line. Nobody I remember that really sticks out to me. Will Smith spent some time with the Saints. D tackles, obviously Vince Wilfork. Tommy Harris went to the Bears. I'll scout him because we do need D tackles. Darnell Dockett, famously spent most of his career with the Cardinals. That at least I remember. Jason Dansby, who also spent a lot of time with the Arizona Cardinals. John Vilma spent most of his career, I think, with New Orleans. We'll scout him because linebacker help is fucking needed on this team. Don't remember most of these guys. I think Chiller played with Green Bay for a while. D'Angelo Hall was the top cornerback in this draft. Keep looking here. Any ones that stick out to me? Obviously Sean Taylor, Bob Sanders, who spent a lot of injuries, but he spent time with the Colts. And I think he went to the Chargers for a little bit as well, if I recall. Lower. Oh, no, if I can get a shot at Sean Taylor, I'm taking it. But yeah, that's kind of how our draft board's going to start sitting anyway. And hopefully we can at least nab one of those, but that's thought for future me to worry about. Alright, we did have a breakout player. What happened with it? Damn it. It was Deion Branch trying to go up to a superstar, by the way. Midway point of year 2, and we're slightly better. We're 3-5 at this point. We're only a game back from the Bills and the Dolphins currently in the division. So the AFC East is still relatively wide open. Contracts, ooh, got some big ones. Ooh. We'll grab the biggest one first. Well, that is Mr. Tom Brady. We have locked him up on a 7-year extension. Ty Law, he's still amazing, so let's see if he bites on a 2-year deal. We got Ty Law signed up for 2 more. Clem's a star dev. You know what? We'll throw him a deal. Takes it, he takes it. He does. Okay. And the rest of them, I'm gonna not re-sign. So we got our big re-signs. Well, what was our dev traits? Superstar dev. No, I want Fred Jackson starting. But Antonio Gates obviously came out to be a superstar dev. OC Human Yoris is still locked, but both Asante Samuel and Nnamdi Asomugha came out as superstar devs, which is awesome. There we go. Oh, we still got a little time on Fred Jackson and OC yet, so on to the end of the year. Let's see. One of our big signings, Anthony McFarland, in free agency, is looking to move up to a star dev. We need that, hopefully. We now have OC Humanyore's dev trait unlocked, and it was a superstar. Let's give him reach elite. Ooh, do we have Fred Jackson's unlocked yet? He's just a star dev. Okay. End of the season's upon us. We ended up going 7-9. So, still admittedly around average. Let's get our boys boosted here. But which is crazy because in real life the Patriots actually went and won this year's Super Bowl against the Carolina Panthers, but not meant to be today, I guess. Our main guys boosted. Ty Law, who we got on a contract extension for 2 more years. Hopefully he stays, both of those. Kick the can down the road a little bit to eventually draft his replacement. Because I don't want to lose out on an X Factor corner. But Deion Branch has been developing extremely well. I'm proud of that one. Damian Woody's up to a 90 now. It's like, then everybody else can get auto out. I was like, we've been doing well, but frighteningly average. Let's check a look at our stats. Tom Brady, almost 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 13 picks. Fred Jackson, 537 rush yards, but for whatever reason, Antoine Smith was starting for a while. 6 tutties for Fred, 5 for Smith, and 2 for Tom Brady. Not bad. Receiving, Antonio Gates, 1184 and 7 in his rookie year here with the Patriots. Deion Branch also going over 1,000 yards with 9 touchdowns. Patton 865, 830 and 6 for Troy Brown. Fred Jackson also contributing 2 receiving touchdowns. But blocking wise, alright, Teddy Bruschi led the team in tackles with 103. Asante Samuel is runner up with 82. Richard Seymour, 20 TFLs. You love to see it. McFarland, 15 TFLs. Love to see that. Richard Seymour, 7.5 sacks. McFarland, 6. Vrabel, 5.5. Willie McGinnis, 5.5. OC only got half a sack in his rookie season. That's fine. Teddy Bruschi had 3 picks. Tebucky with 2. Ty Law, Nnamdi, and Asante all have 1. Ooh, we need to get those interception numbers up, man. No punt return touchdowns and no kick return touchdowns and no punt return touchdowns. We are the number 4 ranked offense in the league and the 20th defense. So we know the things we need to target in the free agency and the draft. So yearly awards, Tom Brady is your MVP of the NFL. Surprisingly, beating out the guy who he won the starting job from, Drew Bledsoe. Coach of the year went to that guy. Offensive player of the year was Tom Brady as well. Defensive player of the year was Takeo Spikes with Teddy Bruschi at number 6 on the list. Offensive rookie of the year went to Justin Gage with Antonio Gates at number 2. Defensive rookie of the year went to E.J. Henderson. Asante Samuel at number 7. Nnamdi not on the list. Best QB, weirdly enough though, is Peyton Manning. Tom Brady at number 5 there. Best running back went to Priest Holmes. Santana Moss just beat out Deion Branch for best wide receiver. Best O-line went to the entirety of the Raiders. Did the Raiders just have 6 linemen on the list? Wow. Richard Seymour wins best D-line. Let's go. Anthony McFarland at number 7. Keo Spikes wins best linebacker. No Patriots here. Best D-back went to Pat Surtain. Oh, hey, Al Harris. Former Packer. Chris Brown wins kicker of the year, just beating Adam Vinatieri for the same. But let's go ahead and see if we have any Pro Bowlers. And don't mind if you see the retro Chargers save. I just used the base file and went from there. So let's see if any of our boys made the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl roster. Tom Brady making the Pro Bowl. Deion Branch making the Pro Bowl. Let's go. Gates making the Pro Bowl in his rookie year. Pog. Damian Woody making the Pro Bowl. Alright, defensively, Richard Seymour made the Pro Bowl. Anthony McFarland made the Pro Bowl. None of our corners made the Pro Bowl. And that's it. Oh, pretty decent. The Raiders end up going back to the Super Bowl, and they will face Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers in a Super Bowl II rematch. I'm actually interested in who wins that one. So I will get these scout points and upgrades done, and we'll get into free agency, and I'll let you know who wins the Super Bowl. We'll tell you who wins the Super Bowl live. I forgot about potential depth trading upgrades. So Tom Brady has gone up to X Factor. For whatever reason, they gave him Bazooka. I don't agree with that. Tom Brady, in every Madden with abilities he's always had pro reads, so that's the one I'm going to do there. You have Gunslinger, Hot Route Master. He usually comes with Protected. So I'm going to put that there. We'll lose Set Feet Lead. Bulldozer on Tom Brady? No. Just absolutely not. Pocket Deadeye. We'll go quick draw for Mr. Brady. And let us see if we got any other depth trade increases. Deion Branch went up to a superstar dev. Let's go. Fred Jackson still at a star. Gates did not go up. Namdi and Asante stayed. McFarland went up to a star, and Richard Seymour went up to an X Factor. Let's go. Umanura still a star. Lawyer Malloy, a superstar as well. So Namdi and Asante didn't go up, but that's fine. I'm curious to who wins this Super Bowl. Does Brett Favre finally get ring number 2? He does not. He loses a second Super Bowl, but this time to the Raiders and Rich Gannon. Jeremy Lloyd being the Super Bowl MVP. Brett Favre was the overall Offensive Player of the Year. Jeremiah Trotter was the Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year overall was Carson Palmer, and Boss Bailey was the Rookie of the Year on defense overall. Last second re-signs on all of these. Yeah, no. We're good. So let's take a look at free agency here. That's retirements. Chris Jackie, former Packer. Rich Gannon has retired. Doug Peterson. Jimmy Smith. Antoine Smith has retired. Morton Anderson. Emmett retired. Like massive names that we need to know about. Randall Cunningham finally hung it up. But let's see who's in free agency. Was our Oh. Those are huge. But Matt Light is also 2 years younger with the same dev trade. So if I did, I'd want to move Clifton to right tackle. So, Troy Vincent, maybe. No, we have Asante and Namdi, so we're good there. I think for the most part, we just got to grab backups. So, I'm gonna sign some backups, and then I'll meet you at the draft, maybe. All right, so we picked up Dante Hall, Terry Glenn. We did grab Chad Clifton, by the way. Got Garrison Hurst and Jeremy Johnson here. And that's all we're going to do in free agency. We are going to be bringing in a Patriots legend. Vince Wilfork is going to be our first overall pick at number 13 overall. All right. There's some retirements in draft week. Nobody I care about. So the draft recap. Obviously, as you saw, Vince Wilfork is our new D-tackle pick. And he is a hidden dev. Darnell Dockett, 72 hidden dev as well. I'm actually going to put him... I think Richard Seymour's right end, so we need to put him at left end, I believe. Either way, he's a 69. Ooh. Jared Allen, he's going to go to right outside. Linebacker, 68, hidden dev. I'm going to be that pass rushing bookend with Osei Umenyiora. Then we got Demario Williams, 65 normal, who I'm going to move into middle linebacker. He's a 62 there. And then we got Wes Welker. Patriot legend there. But as far as how the lineup's going to shake up for year number 3, offense, not much changes. Except I'm going to make Wes Welker wide receiver 3. And Dante Hall is going to be wide receiver 4. As far as that goes, I think, just for overall's sake, I'm going to move Mike Vrabel into middle linebacker. Alright. And with that done, let's do generate best. I'll start Jared Allen. We got, ooh, Vrabel takes it. Ratings dive when you put him at middle linebacker. I kind of need him though. Darnell Dockett is going to start at left end. We're going to start Mr. Wilfork. Anthony McFarlane. As good as he's doing for us, younger and only 2 dev points lower. Alright, that shapes up to where I want it. I'm going to go in manually and adjust it to where Asante Samuel stays the slot corner and Wes Welker is going to be our slot receiver. There we go. And that's how that shapes up to be. So I will see you at draft class review for year 3. A very famous draft class we have here for year number 3. Alex Smith is the top guy, but we're going to scroll a little ways. This draft is known for being the draft that contained Aaron Rodgers. Now, we won't be drafting Aaron Rodgers because obviously we have Tom Brady, but I wouldn't mind doing that maybe in a future retro rebuild. Frank Gore was in this running back class. Ronnie Brown, Cadillac Williams, I remember him. Braylon Edwards is the top guy in the receivers. Roddy White, famous Falcon. Vincent Jackson, he spent time with Tampa Bay and the Chargers, I believe. Heath Miller, longtime Steeler. Evan Mathis. Richie Incognito was in this draft class. Erasmus James, former Badger. He was super hyped coming out of Wisconsin. And I think, if I recall, I think this might be the Trent Cole, longtime Eagle. Justin Tuck, longtime Giant there. Because I think the people that made these draft classes put him in here. Hopefully they did. Unless that's 2006. Let me look. Ooh, Cam Wake, okay. There's one of these. I think that's the 2006 roster draft class, but obviously Brock Lesnar, former current WWE superstar Brock Lesnar, was in a Madden before. So that's a thing. I have no problems drafting Brock Lesnar if it comes to that point. But I didn't finish. Obviously, Derek Johnson, former Chief, lights out Sean Merriman, DeMarcus Ware is in here, Thomas Davis, Pac-Man Jones is in here. For safety is Nick Collins. his career tragically cut short by a neck injury, but he was a baller for the Packers. So, let's see how we're doing at Midway. I'd have popped in a week sooner. But we were 8-0, and I didn't want to curse it by talking about it. They ended up losing, so 8-1 start. Going into week 11, obviously top dogs in the AFC East. You're going to be when you only have one loss on the year. All right, so, there's some big deals we got to make here. Troy Brown, Willie McGinnis, you're gone. Light, yeah, we're definitely going to re-sign Matt Light. Throw him that deal. Richard Seymour, he wants a little more signing bonus, which is fine. I'll throw a deal. He just wants a 2-year deal. Throw it at Adam Vinatieri. Lawyer Malloy. He wants a 4-year deal. Do we give him I'll take it till he's 30. I don't know about that. On Lawyer Malloy, we'll wait until the end of the season for that one. As you see by the new ability unlocked there, Jared Allen's a superstar depth. But let's see what the rest of our draft picks ended up being. Wes Welker ended up being a star. No. Jeez, depth chart. Why you gotta change my stuff? Ugh. Anyway. Darnell Dockett's depth trait wasn't revealed yet. Vince Wilfork is a superstar dev. Jared Allen, as we know, is a superstar dev as well. And Darnell's has not been unlocked yet. At least these changes better still be there. Yep. Hold on. Go back and do adjust lineup. Yoink. I just want to get Wilfork some more snaps there, but I'll let you know what Darnell Dockett's depth trait is once we unlock it. Alright, so we made the playoffs. We went 11 and... Oh, the Titans had the tiebreaker. If we would have won in week 17, that's the number 1 seed. But sadly, we're the number 2 seed. Let's go look at the stats here. Tom Brady, 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 7 picks. Running the ball, Fred Jackson, 725 and 10. Garrison Hurst, 259 and 8. Deion Branch going over 1,000 once again, 13, 10, and 8 for Mr. Branch. 943 and 6 for Antonio Gates. Wes Welker, 805 and 9. Patton even chipping in 8 touchdowns and 700 yards. Fred Jackson also pitched in 2 receiving touchdowns, giving him 12 total on the year. Demario Williams had the most tackles with 120 on the team. For TFLs, Richard Seymour with 13 TFLs. Anthony McFarland with 12. Umanora with 10. But 2 in double-digit sacks with Richard Seymour and Anthony McFarland. Even though, Vince Wilfork was supposed to be starting, but whatever. 6.5 for OC. 3 for Darnell Dockett, which, by the way, his dev trait still isn't unlocked. Jared Allen, 2.5 sacks there. 4 picks for Ty Law. And McFarland got a pick as well. But no picks for Sante or Namdi. That's kind of bad. No kick return touchdowns. And no punt return touchdowns. We had the 15th ranked offense. And the 27th ranked defense. We ended up losing 4 in a row after I checked in with you at the 8-1 start. So Mike Vick wins MVP. Tom Brady at number 9, Coach of the Year, goes to Bill Belichick. Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC was Steve Air McNair. Tom Brady at number 2. Defensive Player of the Year went to Jonathan Vilma with no Patriots on the list. Offensive Rookie went to Eli Manning. Wes Welker at number 3. Defensive Rookie also went to Jonathan Vilma with Demario Williams at number 3. Best QB went to Air McNair. Tom Brady at number 3. Fred Jackson hasn't cracked the list. Priest Holmes wins Best Running Back. Kevin Casper wins Best Wideout. Deion Branch at number 4. Best O-line went to Damian Woody. Then Chad Clifton, Matt Light also making the list. Best D-line went to Jason Taylor. Richard Seymour and McFarland on the list there. John Vilma. Best linebacker. No Patriots here. Best D-back went to Delta O'Neal with Ty Law at number 4. And best kicker went to Adam Vinatieri. Let's get it. So, if we make the Super Bowl, I'll do play the moments, but we're just gonna hot sim the wild card round here against Miami, and we're up against Peyton Manning and the Colts in the divisional round. Excellent. Let's get the main guys a boost. Oh jeez. I'm just gonna auto up there. Save some time. Ooh, Deion Branch has a new ability slot. Let's go. Alright, so the Titans are gonna go up against the Jets. Mike Vick's Falcons were eliminated by the Packers in the 4 and 5 seed game. Now keep in mind, it was the Eagles and the Patriots in the Super Bowl this year, in the 2004-2005 season. So, will we make it past Peyton and the Colts? We lose. Oof. So Peyton bests Tom this time. Oh man. Let's see if we have any Pro Bowlers. And it's the Colts and the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. So half of the IRL Super Bowl matches here. Tom Brady made the Pro Bowl. Deion Branch is in the Pro Bowl. Antonio Gates once again. Matt Light. Damian Woody. Chad Clifton. There we go. Richard Seymour making a Pro Bowl. McFarland making a Pro Bowl. Ty Law making the Pro Bowl. None of our Adam Vinatieri making a Pro Bowl. Let's go. Had a lot of Pro Bowlers, but wish it would have been a Super Bowl. Hey, y'all remember when I said was hoping to pick up Brock Lesnar? Well, it turns out he was on my practice squad. Lovely how that one turned out. Without having Tom Brady in the way, McNabb actually wins the Super Bowl. Sheldon Brown obtaining the Super Bowl MVP. There we go. Alright, here we are at the draft recap. We drafted Evan Mathis, number 1 overall. Or round 1. 75 hidden dead. He is a left guard. And we got OJ Otagwe. 70 hidden dev, who's going to start for us right away at free safety. Then we drafted old John Kuhn in the 3rd round. Then we also got Josh Cribbs here. I'm ideally make him more of a deep threat kind of guy. Get some speed out there. Then we traded out of a few picks, and I simmed out. So we got Taiwan Hagler, normal. Junius Costin, normal. Hamza Abdullah, normal. Eric Williams, normal. Calvin Armstrong, also a normal. And David Green, normal. But I made my big picks. And then I will see you when we put in the draft class for year number 4. But first, I just thought of this. We're going to make all our depth charts correct. So, Dante Hall is going to move to wide receiver 2. Wes Welker is going to be wide receiver 3. Deion Branch, superstar, obviously. Clifton will probably retire on us soon. So it's good to have Mathis here. And Clem is developing nicely. And Darnell was a superstar as well. Yes. And then we signed Tung there in free agency because, you know, we needed a strong safety. But yes, OJ Otagwe is gonna start day 1. And then, as far as our specialists go, they want Nnamdi to be the slot corner. Personally, I want Asante Samuel to be the slot corner, but either way, all of them work. Anthony McFarland is a rush D tackle. I'm going to make it Vince Wilfork. And Wes Welker continuing to be in the slot for us. So, on to year number 4. Alright, here we are. 2006 class. Highlighted. It was the Mario Williams or Reggie Bush Bowl for this one. Vince Young also here. DeBerkeshaw Ferguson. AJ Hawk. Vernon Davis. Jay Cutler was in this draft class. Antonio Cromartie, Tom Bahali. The Patriots ended up getting Lawrence Maroney around this time. Nick Mangold. Matthias Kiwanuka is in here. And as far as other notable names, let's see. For quarterbacks, Marcus Vick, who didn't really pan out well. D'Angelo Williams is here. MJD. For receivers, Santonio Holmes was the top. Greg Jennings. Brandon Marshall was big in this class. Marcus Colston. Penny. This man's last name is Bilbo. Nice. For our Lord of the Rings nerds out there. Kiwanuka, Hatcher. Let's see. Stephen Bowen. I think he was with Pittsburgh. Mario Williams, obviously. Tom Bahali. Elvis Doomerville. Rob Ninkovich, who ended up coming to the Patriots as well. Haloti Nada is here. I think our D-line is fine. Linebackers still need help, though. AJ Hawk. In this class, he ended up going to the Packers. Nico Ryans is in here. Corners, Antonio Cromartie, obviously. Devin Hester. That's right, he came out as a cornerback, and then they got moved to wide receiver in Chicago. And then Dante Hittner is also here. But let's see how well our boys do. We have a breakout player, but that's actually not why I'm stopping here. We're about midway, we're a little over midway through the season. Ty Law is up for a contract. But first, we're going to re-sign Kenyatta Jones here. Give me a 3-year deal if you like. Okay, he's signed back up. Patton, we're going to let go. Yeah, Vrabel is falling off. McFarland. He developed well here in New England, but we have Vince Wilfork now, so he's not really needed. Can we squeeze one more year out of Ty Law? He wants more money, of course. Let's find out who our breakout player is. Who would be? Dante Hall wants to go up to a star dev. The reason I didn't want to tell you, we're 9-0 right now. We'll give you a live sim up. Because Deion Branch is trying to go to X Factor right now. Let me just blow through these scout points quick. I think I'm for a lot of... Okay, I blew through them, good. And we only upgrade our players after wins. It's kind of a... adds a little layer of challenge for me. Go. All right. Will Deion Branch go to X Factor? Let's find out. We ended up losing, and Deion Branch did not go up to X Factor. Well then. All right. We ended up getting the dub over in Miami in Week 17. We are the #1 seed with a 14-2 record. The undefeated season was looking pretty real there. Well, let's look at the stats. Tom Brady, 4,700 yards, 35 touchdowns, 9 picks. Fred Jackson, 496, or 796 and 5, 443 and 9 for John Kuhn. And then receiving 2,000 yards to note 1,279, but only 2 touchdowns for Deion Branch all year. 11,058 and 11 for Antonio Gates, 845 and 12 for Wes Welker. Dante Hall even chipping in 713 and 5. 4 receiving touchdowns for John Kuhn, giving him 13 total touchdowns. Nice. All right, Demario Williams led the team in tackles with 98. TFL's only 12 for Richard Seymour, but he had 10.5 sacks. Anthony McFarland with 7, 5.5 for Jared Allen, 4 for Vince Wilfork, 3.5 for Osi Umenyiora. It could do better. Ty Law had 4 picks. He unfortunately doesn't want to re-sign with us, which is sad. Namdi and Asante only each had 1 pick. Wow. No kick return touchdowns and no punt return touchdowns. We had the #3 offense in the league and the #1 defense. Let's go. Peyton Manning wins MVP. Tom Brady was 3rd on the list. The Rams get Coach of the Year over me that has 14 wins. Okay. Peyton Manning is the Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Tom Brady at #3 on the list. Aaron Rodgers making it on there too. Derek Johnson wins DPOY with the Browns. No Patriots here. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Aaron Rodgers. John Kuhn at #3. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Derek Johnson. OJ Atogwe at #6. Best QB, Peyton Manning. Tom Brady at #3. LT winning Best Running Back. I think the Fred Jackson experiment might need to come to an end soon. I don't know. Wes Welker is the #6 receiver in the league. Justin Gage at #1. Damian Woody wins again Best O-line with Clifton and Matt Light and Adrian Clem. All 5 of my linemen were on this list. Let's go. Dwight Freeney wins Best D-line with Richard Seymour at #5. Best linebacker goes to Derek Johnson. No Patriots here. Best D-back, Bobby Taylor with Ty Law at #5, and he doesn't want to re-sign with us, which is sad. Vinatieri was 2nd for Best Kicker. But none of that matters if we can't win a playoff game. So I'm gonna do all these upgrades, and then we'll figure out who we're facing in the divisional round of year number 4. Ooh, the Dolphins made a push for the playoffs here. What you don't see behind me is Saints Carolina. The Saints end up moving on. The Vikings defeated the Packers. Okay. Ooh. All 3 AFC East teams are in the divisional round. Wow. This very well just could be a divisional run. We're going to sim right past the Dolphins game. If we get to the oh my god, the Dolphins beat us. What? Might as well check Pro Bowlers. I was not expecting to be eliminated by the Dolphins of all people. So Tom Brady made the Pro Bowl. John Kuhn in his rookie year makes the Pro Bowl as a fullback. Deion Branch making another Pro Bowl. Antonio Gates as well. Matt Light. Woody. Clifton. Kenyatta and Clem don't make it, which is unfortunate. Richard Seymour makes it in. Is that Tadaki? I thought I had a Togway starting. A Tongue ends up making the Pro Bowl. And Adam Vinatieri making the Pro Bowl as well. At least I lost to the eventual AFC champion. It's the Vikings and the Dolphins in the Super Bowl this year. And in this season, in real life, it was the Steelers and the Seahawks that was in the Super Bowl. So I'm going to do my scouting. And we'll season recap, and then we'll go from there. On to year 5. The Dolphins do not pull off the miracle run as T-Sizzle and the Vikings end up winning the Super Bowl. Ugh. I ended up getting Coach of the Year over the Rams, I guess. Dante Culpepper, overall Offensive Player of the Year. LeVar Arrington on defense. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Ryan Grant. And lights out Sean Merriman, Defensive Rookie of the Year. So, 2023 retirements. We got to take a look at these. Let's just go straight to the AFC East. Make my life easy. Okay. Nobody on our team retired. And the problem I have is that I don't want to franchise tag Ty Law. I'm going to see if I can't get him back in free agency. And if I can't get him back, then we'll look to the draft there. We do have a bit of money to play with, so Ty Law, best player on free agency. But we do have Nnamdi and Asante Samuel still. It's a 95 X factor, though. I think we'll officially move on from Chester Taylor. 84 superstar dev. Same age as Fred Jackson, but Fred Jackson's a 74. Well, alright then. I'll throw him an offer. Alright, so let's look at strong safety still. Even though, yes, Tongue just made the Pro Bowl, he's old. Could bring Rodney Harrison in. Alright. Yeah, Ty Law is the best. I mean, to be fair, we've been blessed with amazing corners. Because we got Asante and Nnamdi in the same draft, so... yeah, we'll let him go. only have Dynasty Williams because we didn't re-sign Vrabel. Yeah, I think from here we're good. We make that one. We put out the one offer to Chester Taylor. If he takes it, he takes it. Does he take it? No. Alright, we're headed to the draft. Alright, so I did a trade-up move. We sent two of the four fourth-round picks I have, and one of my thirds to the Giants to move up into the second round. Because we are going to go get Reggie Bush. He went number 2 overall in this draft in real life. He was slipping hard. And I'm going to get him. Alright, draft recap heading into year number 5. As you saw in real time, we did go draft Reggie Bush. He's probably going to be our starter. And then we ended up getting Brandon Marshall in the 3rd round, 72 hidden. He's going to be one of my outside guys. And then we're going to get a little weird. We drafted Antoine Bethea, 70 hidden dev free safety, but I'm actually going to move him to strong safety. He's going to play there. He stays at a 70. And then we got Tremont Williams, 67 hidden dev free safety, but he spent all of his time as a cornerback in Green Bay. He's a 66 overall there, but all good. And then we ended up getting Zach Strife, 68 hidden dev. Then McGarrigle, 56 normal. Then we drafted Steve Weatherford, 70 overall punter. But year number 5, let's see if we can do better than 14-2. In today's installment of I'm a Fucking Bum, I didn't check at the end during Super Bowl week to see if any of our people went up in dev trade. Antonio Gates is a superstar X Factor now. Yes. Let's see on defense. No dev trade increases, but hey, that's dope. Alright, so Dynasty Williams wants to go up a dev trade. Awesome, right? Before we get that far, we need to put the draft class in. Here we go. Jamarcus Russell was the top guy in this draft class, but it's highlighted mostly by 2 people. Megatron and Adrian Peterson. And you best believe I'm picking him if I get him, so. Alright. We're at about the midway point of the season now, and we have a lot of contracts to take care of. Firstly, Asante Samuel. He's going to be the first one we re-sign. Give me a 5-year deal on Asante. Boom, he's locked in. Next up, Antonio Gates. Give him the money. Clem, I think we're going to let walk. Because we have people that can replace him. O.C. Umenyiora. Throw him the money. He wants a little more salary, that's fine. Deion Branch, we can get another good 4 years out of him. He wants more money. Clifton, I'm going to let go as well. Damian Woody, though, we will throw a deal at. Wants more salary. 1-year deal for Vinatieri. He sticks around. So, we're going to come back to the table on Deion Branch, O.C. Umenyiora, and Damian Woody. But to kind of give you an idea of where we're at, we are 6-1 currently. We are top dogs in the AFC East. Let's keep it going. We don't know Reggie Bush's dev trade yet, but Brandon Marshall turned out to be a superstar dev. Let's go, dude. Do we have any dev traits on D? Antoine Bethea turned into a superstar dev. So we're just waiting on the... There we go. Oh, we'll know next week. And the jury's still out on Streif yet. But I'm going to make an executive decision here quick. We are going to move Zach Streif to right tackle for our system. Because he is the scheme fit at that position. So I will have to adjust it to where Matt Light is still back at left tackle, but that's the thing. We once again have the Dion Branch dev trade increase possibility to go to X Factor. Let's see if he gets it. We failed one X Factor objective, but we have a second one. Nnamdi Asomugha is trying to go from Superstar to X Factor. Let's hope he gets it. Reggie Bush came out as a Superstar dev, by the way. In year number 5, in the final year of this particular episode of the series, we ended up winning the division at 11-5. That is 3 straight div titles. Oh, Tom Brady, 5,047 yards, 43 touchdowns, 10 picks, running the ball. 776 and 8 for Reggie Bush, 323 and 4 for Fred Jackson. And Brady chipped in 2 rushing touchdowns, giving him 45 total on the year. 3,000-yard receivers, as expected. Dion Branch, 1,302 and 12. Antonio Gates, 1,130 and 6. 1,017 and 9 tutties for Brandon Marshall. Wes Welker getting 10 touchdowns on 790 yards. Reggie Bush chipping in a receiving touchdown. Fred Jackson getting 3 of them. Defensively, Demario Williams led the team in tackles with 97, 19 TFLs, and 17 sacks for Richard Seymour. Let's go. Vince Wilfork, 6.5. Darnell, 6. Our bookend of pass rushers are leaving a lot to be desired, but then again, year 3 and year 2. Nnamdi with 3 interceptions. Demario with 2, Asante Samuel with 2, and Tremont Williams with 1. Do we have any defensive touchdowns? 2 for Nnamdi Asomugha. Let's go. No kick return touchdowns and no punt return touchdowns. We had the number 3 offense in the league with the number 12 defense. Okay. Tom Brady wins MVP. Both Favre and Rodgers on the MVP list. That's insane. Doug Peterson somehow Coach of the Year, with us at number 5. And the AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Tom Brady. Defensive Player of the Year went to E.J. Henderson, with Richard Seymour at number 2. Wow. Reggie Bush is the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Brandon Marshall is at number 3. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Antonio Cromartie. Tremont Williams at number 7. Obviously, Tom Brady. LT wins Best Running Back. Dion Branch was number 2 for receivers. Brandon Marshall at 7. And Justin Gage winning it again for the Titans. Tariq Glenn wins it, but Woody, Clifton, and Matt Light all making the O-line list. As D-line was Richard Seymour. DeMarcus Ware wins Best Linebacker. No Patriots on the list. Chris McAllister wins the best DB, Nnamdi at number 4, and Adam Vinatieri winning best kicker. But that means nothing if it comes without playoff wins. So, let me upgrade my players quick, and then I was gonna just pause it while I upgraded, but I still forget that Brock Lesnar's on my team. And I did do a little bit of agility adjustment, but we'll cover that at the beginning of next episode, which is that fabled 2007 NFL season where the Patriots in real life went 16-0 in the regular season. So that will be interesting to see if we can repeat that feat at least. We haven't gotten to a Super Bowl yet, as the Patriots by this time would have had 3 Super Bowl victories. And by end this year's Super Bowl, in fact, was Indy and Chicago in real life. So we'll see if that holds true in the playoffs. We'll go over the playoff picture as well. But Brandon Marshall is just killing it. Well, we got 2 upgrades for our punter. Trying to get that kick power up. And he had a hidden dev as well. I only punted 85 times this season. Interesting. Ooh, nice 85 overall for Will Fork. He's got an ability slot. Got unfakeable and defensive rally. Okay. Antoine Bethea. Alright. I think, Darnell Dockett, I will personally increase. But everyone else can get auto-upped. I do it this way just to kind of make sure if they're not quite scheme fits yet or whatnot, that they become that. We just beat the Jets in Week 17, 41-24. We have the Jets again in the wild card round. What you don't see behind me is Green Bay and San Francisco in the 4th and 5th seeds. The Bears did make the playoffs, and the Colts are the number 1 seed. So there's a chance that the IRL Super Bowl could happen. I'd rather it didn't. And we beat up the Jets 41-28. You know what? Let's give Antonio a possession update. Well, he's becoming just a god at tight end. Alright, then Brandon Marshall. Do we even need to go get Randy Moss? Remember, it was around this time where the Patriots did acquire Randy Moss. I think they got him in a trade from the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. But it is one real life move I did consider doing in this series here. But all that's done. We have the Bengals in the divisional round. Do we get the dub and move on to probably face Peyton Manning and the Colts? So, well, it'd be the Buccaneers or the Rams in the NFC, Colts or Patriots in the AFC. It was only a 14-3 win over Cincinnati, so I am a little nervous, but I'm hoping the boys end up getting the job done. And like with Wes Welker specifically, I've just been dumping his points into slot. All right. We might even get Richard Seymour to a legit 99. Like, that would be hype. Streif doesn't have his stuff unlocked. But are the Patriots heading to the Super Bowl? A 2-point loss to Peyton and the Colts. Oh, man. That is brutal. Tom Brady, the #1 quarterback in the AFC, I'm sorry. Deion Branch making the Pro Bowl. Brandon Marshall making the Pro Bowl. Gates made it in. Matt Light, Damian Woody, Chad Clifton. Kenyatta didn't make it, though. Darnell Dockett didn't make it, but Richard Seymour did. Will Fork didn't make it. Nnamdi made the Pro Bowl. Let's go. Steve Weatherford made the Pro Bowl. Let's go. It's a good day when your punter makes the Pro Bowl. But still, that is absolutely brutal. To fall 2 points shy of the Super Bowl. And even more so to that of Peyton Manning. But we'll get to... let's get this quick scouting done. I'm just gonna go through, and if I haven't scouted in the first couple of rounds. And then in the next episode of this, which will be the 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, and 2011 seasons, by the way. We'll start with the 06-07 off-season. Tom Brady has an upgrade point. But my thought is, will Tom Brady even make it to the 2022 season? Reggie Bush has 2 upgrade points. Clearly, he did not go up in dev trade. Alright. Speaking of which, let's see if we have any dev trait boosts going into the next season. Deion Branch did go up to X Factor. Brandon Marshall and Reggie Bush stay at Superstar. Zach Streif was a star dev, by the way. Evan Mathis was a Superstar. Any dev trait increases here. Asante and Nnamdi both stay at Superstars. We got a lot of yellow here. And Steve Weatherford turned out to be a star. I am going to, by virtue of him making the Pro Bowl, I'm going to bump him up to a Superstar. Because, you know... What? The Superstar limit reached? Jesus. Come on, man. Anyway, forget I mentioned that. So, and the winner is the Indianapolis Colts. Edgerrin James wins Super Bowl MVP. Doug Marrone apparently was actually the Jags coach, was actually Coach of the Year. Alright. Tom Brady was the MVP. So in the first 4 years, the first 5, I'm sorry, we get a actual Super Bowl match mirroring IRL, but the opposite result in the Raiders getting the win there. And then the Super Bowl, what should have been the Patriots winning that one. The Raiders win over the Packers. Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, but defeat Peyton Manning. The Eagles did make the Super Bowl this year. And then the Vikings, and now Peyton Manning and the Colts. But hey, solid. In the next episode of the Patriots Retro Rebuild, we got the next 5 years, which is the 2007, 8, 9, 10, and 11 season. And I will see you there. Right here on Aerial Sports Network.
Every day when I wake up, I make sure to get my thanks. Yes, I haven't given up.